Hello, my name is Ash, a counselor in training. This is my Relatable study podcast for individuals who need help studying for their NCE, CPCE, and other related counseling exams. I'm going to go through many questions from multiple resources and make the answers relatable to both you and me. So get your listening ears on and let's get studying. A child who focuses exclusively on a clown's red nose but ignores their other features would be illustrating the Pigetian concept of A. Egocentrism, B. Centration, C. Formal abstract reasoning, D. Deductive process. The answer is B, centration. The child is exclusively focused on the clown's red nose, which is the center of attention, and they are ignoring the other features. This is quite common in children under the age of 5. I have personally witnessed this on several occasions where children are focused on one specific item when they are being held, and they tend to try and grab that item from the other person. What is the second level of multicultural awareness continuum? The second level has to do with the awareness of one's own culture. Certain cultures may place values upon their origin, a person's name, and any cultural significance. And in many cultures, birth order has much value. And I know some cultures have a naming ceremony for infants. Language also has a significant part in the value of a person through their culture. For example, I am aware of my culture within the Midwest with Tornado Alley and the spiritual implications that the Midwest has. We have many farmers markets and get-togethers with large families. We often like to travel to visit large families and have big dinners or suppers. We also celebrate traditions such as Thanksgiving and Christmas, as well as on the occasion Easter. And the description I gave, birth order, doesn't really have much of a difference to us because we have large families, especially where I come from. I have 3 other siblings and I got several cousins, and we have a variety of birth orders. We don't have a name ceremony, but our parents have picked out me and my siblings' name because of my father's deceased sister, and we are all named after her. So my name and my siblings' names have significance, and that is an example of awareness of one's own culture. Which of the below best describes cognitive diffusion? A. It deals with separating oneself from thoughts. B. It is effective for depression. C. It is effective for anxiety. D. It challenges negative thoughts. The answer is A. It deals with separating oneself from thoughts. This best describes cognitive diffusion. It can be similar to zoning out, but within the therapeutic context, the counselor is able to help the individual have their thoughts and then taking that specific thought and separating the individual from it. For example, the statement, "I don't like cars because I was in a car accident." The counselor can help this individual remove themselves from this thought by asking, "You don't like cars because you had a car accident. Are there any feelings towards this thought? What makes you say this? Can you step outside of this statement and tell me more?" So on and so forth. If you have a better example of cognitive diffusion, leave it down in the comments and let's have a discussion. Paget felt A. Homework depresses the elementary child's IQ. Paget felt A. Homework depresses the elementary child's IQ. B. Strongly that the implications of Glasser's concepts in social school without failure should be made mandatory in all elementary settings. C. That the teacher should lecture a minimum of 4 hours daily. D. Teachers should lecture less, as children in concrete operations learn best via their own actions and experimentation. The answer is D. Paget felt Teachers should lecture less as children in concrete operations learn best via their own actions and experimentation. The best example I can think of in relation to this would be in Japanese culture, where parents allow their young children to go run an errand to the grocery store to pick up a few items. Children are learning to navigate via directions, asking for help, finding their way to the grocery store, asking for help from the store clerk to find these items, paying for these items, and then making their way back home to their parents to complete this task. These children are learning through their own actions and experimentation within this culture. If I have gotten this example wrong, please let me know down below in the comments, and I will fix this episode. And if you have a better example, let me know down in the comments and let's discuss about it. What is the third level on the multicultural awareness continuum? The third level is awareness of racism, poverty bias, and sexism. Counselors will need to discover this awareness by looking at their own personal belief systems, and sexism and racism are entrenched as a part of cultural beliefs. Some counselors and clients may not even have biases against token minorities that they know personally, and may think of smaller cultures that have folded into many superior cultures. Many may have experienced poverty directly or have seen it and are shocked by the evidence of its existence. And the counselor must determine their own biases before helping others in many aspects, such as gaining insights into a cultural belief system. I have personally seen individuals who to this day are still experiencing poverty, and quite frankly, I do not know where to start to help them, and I do have much empathy towards. As for racism and sexism, if I make these comments, I would want to be educated on what I said that was incorrect and racist and sexist, so that I can correct what I said and learn from the experience, as well as do my own research into how what was said affects a vast majority and minority of people. It takes time to be aware of our own racism, sexism, and poverty bias, but I hope to grow and learn from these experiences. That is all 5 questions. Thank you for listening. Keep calm and study on.